Welcome to the B. Lenore Show. Here, we will discuss lifestyle, beauty, celebrity gossip, and current events in our own way, my way, B style. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Well, hello, lovers. How are you all today? Happy Saturday. Who is in the house? I am. How you doing? How you doing? We're just gonna have a little bit of story time tonight. Yeah, just it had me thinking about some things, stories I forgot. Okay. Yeah, things I've forgotten about. And all this shit made it all come back. Interesting. Let's see who's in here first. Then we'll get into it. Hi, Only Me 23. Hi, Galatians 67. Hey, Dimples Whipples 504. How are you? Hi, Linda Gibbs. Hey, Leo Lady. Hey, GC. Cross Country Cruiser. Hello. Hey, S. Denise. Yes. Linda Gibbs, what you say? What you in here? What y'all having whole full-blown conversations because I was slow as hell? I know. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, I don't know what y'all talking about. Hey, lady, how you doing, girl? How are you, Colette? Siri, Colette.
Sorry, I'm not sure who's speaking. Who is this?
It's me.
I don't recognize your voice. Go to the home app to turn on recognize my voice for this home.
It's okay. Never mind. I was just saying hi to Siri, Colette. Okay, good. Hey, girl. Anyway, who else is in here? Jesus. Hi, Miss Lorraine. Hey, my name is Doc Girl. Hey, Fedora. How are you? Hey, Minding Business. Yes. Who else? Hey, Lovejoy. Hey, the real VB. Yes, child. You know what? They say I'm gonna be late for my own damn funeral, child. I'm sorry. I had to change out technology and stuff. It was just a lot going on. And I've had a full day. I worked. So give me a break. I'm sorry. I should have been out here. I'm being honest. I should have been live like hours ago. Did y'all hit the damn like button? The fuck? What is this? Huh? You ain't hit that damn like button? Shit. About to pour my heart out. No. Let me check the likes. Ain't but 10 of y'all in here. Let me see. I better have 11 likes. Okay. Yeah. If there are 10 in here, I want 11 likes. Let me check shit. I can't with y'all. Whew, Lord have mercy. Let me check. Let me see. What are the likes looking like? Oh no. There are 63 motherfuckers in here. And I only see, let me check again. Let me check. 46 mother sucking likes. Well, hit the damn dislike then. Just hit something, damn it. Hit it. And quit it. All right? Now look, who else is in here? Anybody else come in here I ain't speak to? Hey, just Nikki girl. Hey, honey. Unbothered silence. Did I say hi? No. Hey, welcome. Come on in the door, honey. Hi, China girl. Hey, Shay B. Come on in. Have a seat, y'all. We just getting started. Hey, tender tandon. Tender tandon. What's a tender tandon? What's that mean? I don't know it. Hi, tender tandon. Hi. Hi, clutching my pearls. Hey, Zenso. Hey, it's the rocks. Hey, Very Cherry. Hey, Vicky, not Vicky. Yeah. You guys are here. Hi, Entrepreneur Mommy. How are you? Yes. Let's see who else. Hi, James Sutherland. Hey, Virgo Callie. Yes, come on in. Hey, Coco. How are you, Coco? Okay, y'all, come on in. Come on in. Hey, Susie 24, child. Hey, my girl, the only A-Shell Loves is here too. Okay, okay. My peeps are in here. Yes. Where's Know Your Own Worth? Somebody send a message to Know Your Own Worth, okay? And who else? Native Tribe Urban Media. Get them all over here. Tell them and hit the damn like button, damn it. Good, Coco. Glad. Okay, wait a minute. Tanya B. Hey, V. I went to the market and got 2 personal sized watermelons. And cousin V Lenore, I thought to make sure I didn't let that clear cat. No, I even well, I don't know. I think it's okay to buy it. It's so hard to explain. I don't have as big of an issue with the purchase. You know what I'm saying? Like the purchase, that's cool, but I don't want them to see me eat it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just saying what I am saying. Okay, Lord help me. Allegedly, in Harmon is here. Yes, Life Unleashed. Hello. Oh my goodness, already y'all just being so sweet. Hey, Lovejoy, who has been a member for 7 months. What it do, V Stylers? Hey, we just in here like swimwear. That's all, girl. Hey, only me 23. Thank you so much for gifting a membership. Let's see who got it though. Prominent woman got it. Yay, yay. I debated, to be quite honest, I debated whether or not I should have done this live in members only. Because that's where I be telling them my business. Well, some of it. I don't care what anybody says. And I watch a lot of people on YouTube. But I'm going to toot my damn horn right now. I am. And I'm going to say that of all the people that I watch on YouTube, I really honestly, well, let me take I'm going to remove the family channels out of the mix, okay? And even them, I don't know. But what I was going to say, okay, maybe not the family channels. Those people, this may not apply, but I think a lot of content creators out here are just not transparent. And I have to say that I feel that I'm probably one of the most transparent people on YouTube. And I say that because I be telling y'all about my real life. Y'all be meeting the real people I really freaking know. And I don't know all the time that that's the case. Now, I'm not talking about, and that's why I had to pull back on the family channel thing, because while I think some of that stuff is scripted, I do feel like a lot of them are pretty transparent. Like I always, sometimes I question it. Like I'll tell y'all who I watch. Sometimes I haven't watched them in a while, but y'all know, damn, what's Easy? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Easy, and what's her girlfriend's name? Y'all know what I'm talking about? She be dancing like, what's the name of that little? She's got like these 4 best friends. All of them are lesbian studs. So they say, this is not me naming them, that this is what they proudly proclaim to be studs. And all of them, it's so funny because they all have their own little thing, right? Y'all know who I'm talking about? They're younger too. But anyway, so anyway, they're all lesbian, they're all studs, but they all, you can tell at some point in their life they do know how to turn on the feminine, and they dance really well. They dance together. Y'all know who I'm talking about? No, not Francella. Y'all don't nobody know. The only reason why I got into them was because, when I told y'all on TikTok, especially TikTok and Instagram, I watch a lot of babies, animals, and dancing. And so I like, because, and y'all have seen, I'll have to pull them up one day. But anyway, I watch them sometimes. And the one girl, Easy, she's got this girlfriend. Damn, what's her name? I can't even think of the girlfriend's name. I can't believe nobody knows who I'm talking about. Oh, I think I've seen it. The real VP. Like that. So the friends, they all have a channel. Then, okay, like one of the girls, one of the studs, it's she used to, either she used to or she still does play basketball with the Harlem Globetrotters. Like she's the one girl on the team, kind of thing. Like she can turn tricks and stuff, but she can dance. So she likes to dance and put together like choreography. And you know how you see like I want to say this, I think I saw her first because she would sometimes do collabs and do like little dance videos with them. Yeah, yes, 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 Shell. That's it. Easy and Natalie. Thank you. Yes, so Easy is a part of the little stud group, which I can't think of the name of them. What's their name? Anyway, but they all can dance and stuff. They're so cute. And they're all good looking girls. So every now and then, like they'll play a part, like they'll do something feminine and then they'll go back to their like stud thing. Like, anyway, it's cute though. But anyway, Easy and Natalie, I got into it, and because, well, and I think some of this was scripted. I do. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't mind some of the scripting things. Like she and this Natalie person, Natalie supposedly, allegedly, and Natalie, look, I don't know you, babe. So I know I gotta take you at your word. I'm not accusing you, but you said that you were heterosexual. She had never, even thought about being with a woman or whatever, and she became best friends with Easy, and they were best friends for like a year or longer, and then Easy fell in love with her. So now Easy is telling us all this in video form, that she's in love with her and all this stuff. So I just say all that to say that while they definitely had a real relationship, and it looks like they even broke up at one time and that was real and they got back together, I still feel like some of the stuff is scripted. And which is why I say I tell y'all the real shit. Okay, I ain't coming out here pretending to be nothing. I don't come out here with no lies. I don't come out here with no made up stories. Okay, stories. I don't tell stories like that. Okay, I'll tell you some stories, and they will be true stories. Okay, but I ain't gonna be out here telling y'all no stories. Okay, like Nesto be out here talking about stories. Okay, now listen. So tonight's story time. Sonia, are you listening? Sonia Durham Waller. Okay, I'm sorry. Those of you who may be watching or will watch on the replay don't know what I'm talking about. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. But there's this young lady who's chasing after a man who's in jail, who just got divorced from his wife, even though he's been in jail 2 years and this girl's been with him. We don't know. Anyway, long story short, she needs to be listening. Sonia, you should listen to this, okay? Because you're going to like it. This one I'll dedicate to you, okay? Because it takes place in my favorite era as well, Sonia. I too love the 90s. Yes, I do. I love the 90s. I can't lie. I was in my prime, okay? I was doing that, baby. I was doing it, but I didn't know I was. That's the thing about youth. Well, I don't know. I guess it could go either way. Some youth are they feel that they're invincible and that they're like Teflon and nothing's going to hurt or stick to them, and that sort of thing. Um I love, wait, what you say? What you say, Dimples Wimples? V, you are the black Caucasian. She wish she could be. Fuck you, Dimples Wimples. Fuck you, Dimples Wimples. Girl, shut up, leave me alone. But anyway, look, so she and I do have some things in common. We both are from Ohio. We both love the 90s. I loved it. I did. I didn't realize what I was going to say is, young people think that they're invincible. Me, I didn't think that way. In fact, I didn't think I had confidence, but I did not really know my true worth. I'll just put it to you that way. I really didn't know it. And in hindsight, I had the world at my fingertips. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't know it, damn it. I didn't know it. Hey, Snoopalicious. Hey, Sleepy Libra. So I was in my prime and I had a lot of fun. Now, so let me tell y'all, I have two stories that I want to share today. Gonna save the real tea for the end, okay? Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. Shay, thank you. Shay just gifted 10 memberships. Black Lady Love, I Am Unique, Retro in My Fro, Angie B, Diddy's Baby Oil, Very Cheery, Blue Bear, Nick, and Hellcat have all been gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Shay. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mama. Okay, y'all. So I'm going to tell y'all two stories. Remember, I told you guys. And again, this may forgive me because I just need to give a little bit of reference information, put everything in contrast. And some of my story I have told in members only. So I'm not so sure that the folks listening would have heard me talk about this in members only, or did I talk it publicly? I don't even know, but I'm sure I mentioned some of this, right? So let me just say this. I moved to in 93. And I told y'all why I went to Atlanta. I thought I wanted to be a star, right? I wanted to be a star. And so I knew, being a single mom, that was the best option for me was to go to Atlanta as opposed to New York or LA. Those places scared me. And I just knew I could do Atlanta, right? So I went. And before I went, though, I want you to know I knew I was that girl growing up where I would read the credits on the album covers. I read every credit. Every movie I loved, I read every credit. Every single one of them. If I didn't know what thing, it said that they were assigned to, if they were an engineer, if they were a producer, if they were production assistant, if they were whatever the hell it said, I was looking it up. And if I didn't understand it, I was looking that up. And I would go straight to my encyclopedias. Yes, right, I did. I went to my encyclopedias. I subscribed to I don't know how many magazines. I read things cover to cover. I wanted to know everything I could about the business, who I needed to contact to get in the business, what I needed to do. And I did not ask nor desire to have the assistance of my child's father. I wanted to do it. And I was just going to do it. And I didn't want his help. And by this time we broken up. I'm moved to Atlanta, and he at this time was in Nashville. My parents here in Ohio. So I get down there to Atlanta, and because I'm that this person that reads credits and reads articles about my favorite stars, and then would go and try to figure out like how did they get discovered. Some people got discovered in the store working at the cosmetics counter. Some people got discovered I don't know, walking down the street. Models get discovered all the time. I want to say, was it Iman or even Tyra? Like, I think Tyra said somebody just walked up to her one day. She wasn't even thinking about modeling. I want to say that kind of happened with Garcelle Bouvet. Yeah, Bouvet. Uh, Nevertheless, I'm studying all of this, right? So I decided, because here I have quit college. I done dropped out, okay? Because I didn't want to go there anyway. All right. I didn't because my mother was like, "You're gonna go to college," because they didn't go to college. Remember, I told you neither one of them graduated from high school. But that didn't mean I wasn't required to go to college. And so I had to go to college. I had to go where she wanted me to go. That's right, because my mama was the boss. All right. My daddy was the lowest on the totem pole. My mom was the boss, then was me, and then it was my dad. Okay. All right. He took orders. Okay. He didn't dictate anything. All right. Nothing. We ruled. So nevertheless, she said I was gonna go to this college and I had to study this, which was economics. Do I look like somebody that wants to study some damn economics? Not me. Not me. Hi, Muffin 218. Hi, Beverly Palmer. Hey, Simply Silver. Yeah, I didn't want to. So I quit. When I had the baby, I was like, this is my ticket out of this school. I didn't want to go anyway. And I didn't want to study this shit. I wanted to go study theater. I really did. I wanted to study theater or music. And then I wanted to go pursue my dreams. That's what I wanted to do. So when I got pregnant, that was a great opportunity to drop out of school. Damn it. And I did it. Mhm. I did it. And I said, fuck it. I'm going to go be a star. Damn it. Girl, I am unique. Can you imagine me? My personality. Look, wasn't focused at all. I would be sitting in that class. It sounded like Charlie fucking Brown's teacher, man. No. I didn't want to do that. I thought about journalism, but I didn't want to be writing that much. I didn't want to be doing all that. You know what I'm saying? And then if I wasn't going to go into theater, I wanted to be an attorney. So it was one or the other. And she was down with the attorney thing, but she thought I needed to study economics. And I was trying to tell her, you don't have to study economics. You can study anything in the world. It doesn't matter what your undergraduate degree is. You can still get into law school. That's just the way it is. But they didn't want to hear that. I could have studied theater and still gone to law school and I would have been fine. But no, they wouldn't let me do that. So I left. Damn it. I had to go. Wait, what you say? Shell? Shell said, Mama V had retired from wrestling, so she couldn't body slam you. No, child, she could body slam me to the day almost to the day she died. Okay, because she would threaten it in a heartbeat. She still thought she had it. Anyway, I didn't want to find out, so I never, I didn't challenge her. So, anywho, long story short, she ran that shit, and then I ran that shit. Okay, all right. Now, so I go to Atlanta, and I knew before I went there. I said, without having an education, where can I get a job? But I want to be in a position where I can be seen, so that I could get in front of the right people. So where can I go and work, earn a living, but gain access for networking purposes. I'm going to tell you one thing I've always known how to do was network. I was doing it and didn't know I was doing it. But networking is my thing. All right. So I, after reading all the credits and all the magazine articles and all the books and all the movies and all of that shit and all the album covers, once I had done all of that reading and research in my encyclopedias, looking up, I mean, baby, I was a research queen when I was looking up shit I wanted to know about. And I realized that if I worked at a hotel where most elites are going to be staying, I might get myself in front of the right people. I had no idea that it would really happen like that. Now, I made a lot of relationships. When I say relationships, I mean people who became friends, people who literally became friends at one point were guests in the hotel where I worked. So I went, I found out Atlanta Marriott Marquis, that's where I want to work. That's where I need to be. Because in the 90s, that's where everybody stayed. That's where all the right conventions were. That was where you wanted to be. Please hit the like button. Okay. Now, every major event, I don't know if you know there was a conference called Jack the Rapper. Look it up. It's a big music sort of conference, if you will. Usually it was, a lot of it was all black. When I say it would be stacked, packed, it was like Freaknik. It was like a mini Freaknik. Okay. Jack the Rapper would happen at that hotel. Okay. When the NFL and the Braves, so when the Falcons or the Braves had home games, the guest team stayed at the Marriott Marquis, okay, for the Braves and for the Falcons. When the Olympic when the Olympics came, the Marriott Marquis was the host hotel where all of the athletes stay. When I say all, I mean all of them. Those that were competing and those who they were. Let me give you an example. FloJo. I'm getting a chill because I'm getting chills. Oh my God. So, oh Jesus. I don't know why I feel like this. Um, oh, So I worked at the front desk. I was clear I needed to work in front desk. I need to be at the front of the story. I mean, at the front of the room so I can, make contact with people. Um, and so working on the front desk at the Olympics, FloJo every morning FloJo would come out. So where the front desk is, I don't know if anybody's from Atlanta or been and stayed at the Marquee. And honestly, I haven't been there in 100 years. I haven't. But at the time, in front of the front desk, there's like a stairwell to take you like to the lower level where you can go to like, the ballrooms or whatever. And you could also go outside that way too, right? So every morning FloJo would come and she would stand at the top of the steps. She'd come, she'd look at us, she'd wave at us, because we say hi, whatever. And she'd stop at the top of that step to stretch and then go run. Like, I mean, FloJo. Okay. FloJo. That was FloJo. Um, Michael Jordan, he was there, even though, again, he's not competing, but he was there. Why? Because he's Michael Jordan and because it's the Olympics. So Michael Jordan stayed there. He didn't come to the front desk, but he walked by and we all waved at him. Hi, Michael Jordan. But there are other stars, actually all the comedians, a lot of the actors, people coming for concerts, they stayed at that hotel. All right? Okay. So now y'all got that, right? Okay. So I moved there September 17th, 1993. I'm that girl. I remember shit like that. Okay. So, so I'm working the front desk, and the Super Bowl, because this is a Super Bowl story. All right. The Super Bowl is taking place in January. So yeah, this is January 94, I believe it is. I think it was the Super Bowl, wasn't it? Yeah, the Super Bowl. So it was the Super Bowl. So so I'm working at the front desk and all of the stars are coming in, they're staying there, right? Now I have a friend who I've talked about this friend before, who she is deceased now. And not the friend that just passed away, by the way. This friend actually passed away a year ago this month, as a matter of fact. Um, and we weren't in a good space. And I'll talk about that at another time. But she and I were really, really close. And I had just moved down there, like 4 or 5 months prior to that. I met her like within 2 months of moving there. And ironically, she was from Columbus, Ohio. So here we both were in Atlanta. I met her because one of my coworkers, who also was from Columbus, who I did not know at all, but got to know because we worked together. He said he invited me to ride home, for Thanksgiving dinner, because he was like me and a couple of other friends. And get this, we were all from the same side of town too. It was so weird. So weird. They knew each other. I didn't know any of them until I went to work there. So he said that, three of us are going to drive home for Thanksgiving. If you want to go, just chip in for gas, and we going to go Thursday morning and come back Sunday. We're like, okay, cool. So we do that. We have this friendship. Now she ends up being friends with Bow Wow's mom. So y'all know Lil Bow Wow. He always gonna be Lil Bow Wow to me. Lil Bow Wow is from Columbus, Ohio. All right. Now I have never met Shad Moss. I have never ever once met Bow Wow, but I know his mom, Teresa. Okay. Teresa, what? What you talking about? Nigga, what story? What? I know the story. We got to come back. It's so much. It's layered, baby. It's layered. All right. So listen, y'all got somewhere to be. Y'all got somewhere to be. Because if y'all just want me to give you the short and quick, and we log off, just let me know. Just let me know, damn it. Did you hit the like button though? That's the real question, damn it. All right, now listen. What you say, Chick-fil-A gal? Bow Wow and his mom resembles a lot. Yeah, they do. They do. Well, I saw his dad, was on some show. Oh, on his show a couple years back. And I never knew anything about his dad. I knew his stepdad and his family and stuff. But anyway, but I got to know his mom. All right. Now, I'm telling you this for a reason. Because at this time, Bow Wow is like 5 or something, right? So he's a baby. I still, again, haven't met him. At this point, I know, because I've met Teresa now, because Teresa has come to visit my friend, and our friend, I should say, our mutual friend. And so I met Teresa then, and then so now I know who Teresa is. Teresa knows me. And it's Super Bowl weekend. and everybody's staying at the hotel, right? Everyone's staying at my hotel, and you want to work. So this is the time too. You want to work. You want to work at these events because you might get a tip, even though you work at the front desk. You might get a tip. You might meet somebody. You may get free tickets. Like we were allowed to accept gifts. Gifts were welcomed. Okay, was no problem with it. All right. And they were okay with us making friends with our guests too. The only thing was, if you were going to like attend something in a hotel when you were off duty, you had to get prior permission. But outside of that, they were cool with, it was good for business. It was all about relationships. So, long story short, um, I know that Teresa and Bow Wow and Snoop and whoever else was with Snoop. It was Snoop, Bow Wow, Teresa. Okay, it was four. Okay, so it was okay. Anyway, there's a lot of people that were staying at the hotel. All right, and I knew that Teresa was coming in this particular night. Right. Oh, by the way, Magic Johnson was staying at the hotel. All right. This does have a story because I told y'all that I had a Magic Johnson story. I think I told Native this, and I'm not going to get into that part. Okay, I'll tell that part later. I love Magic Johnson. Anyway, so Magic Johnson was staying at the hotel, and Magic Johnson was having a party. This is like a Thursday night, right? Because everything starts crack-a-lacking, starts popping off on Thursday. The game is Sunday, okay? So it's Thursday. You want to work. You don't give a damn. You'll work morning, noon, and night, okay? Because you in the mix because the party is in the lobby anyway, and the front desk is too, damn it, okay? It was the bomb. Okay, so anywho, I digress. All right. So Magic Johnson is having a party at the Hard Rock Cafe, baby. All right. And everybody's going to be there. Do you understand that? Everybody is going to be there. Now let me tell you this. Um everybody is going to be there, but you need a ticket to get in, right? And Magic had sent his people or his assistant or whatever had come and given us the envelopes with all the tickets in it. Okay. And all of the guests that Magic invited to come to his party, they had an envelope at the front desk. And we were only to give that envelope to that person. Okay. At the front desk. So I, me, we, I knew that Snoop was coming in town and that Bow Wow was coming because Teresa was going to be accompanying them. And I knew this through our friend, through our mutual friend. Okay. So I knew they were all coming. So then, because we were all planning to go out and we didn't know, we kind of wanted to go to Magic's party, whatever. And but we're like hoping like maybe Snoop in, like if we were with Teresa, then maybe we can get into Magic's party. So this is back when nobody has cell phones. Let's be very clear too. So the fact that I'm getting tips, because she's talking to Teresa and Teresa's talking to her, and then she's got to call me and we coordinate. We trying to figure this shit out. Okay. Hey, under new management, we trying to figure this out. So now our mutual friend gets a phone call from Teresa, and Teresa says, we ain't coming tonight. We're not going to make it there till tomorrow. I was like, and that's when my friend said, girl, we ain't gonna get to go because wait, what'd you say? Wait, Chick-fil-A gal said, was the Temptations and the Shy there? Fuck you. Okay? Fuck this whole chat. All right? Damn all of you. Let me see. What the hell else is being said? Let me see. Let me check. Let me check. Huh? Let me see what the hell is being said. Let me see. What is y'all saying in here? Huh? 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 Dimples Wimples, they trying me. They trying me, Dimples Wimples. Are you blocking them, Dimples Wimples? Because I still see them. I see them. A lady 747. I see these comments. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, Dimples Wimples. Are you blocking these motherfuckers? Huh? Are you? Are you? A lady 747. Do you need to block you? A lady 747, do you need to block you? Do you? Huh? Chick-fil-A gal, do you need to block you? Now let's get back to it. Okay. Now, damn it. I'm trying, Dimples Wimples. Okay. Now listen. So I get the word, because we didn't have electricity back then. We didn't have telephones. All we had to do, she had to send a pigeon with a note in its beak. Mike Tyson trained these pigeons, and it came straight over to the Marriott Marquis from the Stone Mountain. And I got word that Teresa and Snoop and Bow Wow and whoever the hell else was over there. Did y'all? What you say? Fedora says she blocked. Wait a minute. Did really ask DW? Oh, wait. Dimples Wimples 504, the ringleader. Did she need to block? Oh, really? She's the ringleader, is she? Dimples Wimples, did you block you? Oh, this whole chat wants to get blocked on tonight. On tonight. I am pouring out my heart telling you true stories. That's okay. That's okay. Y'all sit around here and listen to Jaguar Wright tell her stories. They don't all be true, but mine do. Mine be true. This happened. Okay. Now listen. All right. We gotta get to Evander. This whole thing is about Evander. It's taking me 45 minutes and I'm not there yet. Okay. We're gonna get there though. Wait. This is my part of the story. It's not that exciting, but I love telling it. All right. I mean, I haven't told it before. I'm telling it now, but I was reminiscing on it earlier. Yeah. So, anywho, all right. So I get the word that these people will not be in town. So if they're not going to be here and they're not going to be in town, they don't need these tickets. Right? I have a question. Do they need the tickets if they're not going to be there? I'll wait. If they are not going to be present, do they need these damn tickets? Why should these tickets for 4 people go to waste simply because Snoop Doggy Dogg decided he didn't feel like coming to Atlanta on Thursday night? He gonna come on Friday. Well then, why should these tickets go to waste? And I say they don't, okay? And therefore, I took them off of the hotel's hands. The hotel, look, let me tell you something. It never stops, okay? The business never stops at the hotel. At the hotel, people work round the clock. And there's no need to leave trash in this mailbox because that's what these tickets are at this point. the tickets are trash because nobody can use them. And so, since it wasn't fair to leave that in that mailbox until the next day because it was trash, would you like it if trash was in your mailbox? Would you like it if somebody handed trash on your way in? No, you wouldn't. So knew, I knew personally that Teresa and Bow Wow and Snoop and whoever the fuck that number 4 person was, they were not coming. How did I know? Because our friend told me. Okay. Because our friend told me that they weren't coming. So I told her, I'm going to take these tickets and take them and move them out of here because it's not fair to the next shift when they have to clean out the mailbox. That's it. Okay. Okay, thank you. Aisha loves. Take your time, V. Thank you. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Thank you for being a member for 27 motherfucking months. Okay. Okay. You care about me. You keep your eye on these heifers in this damn chat. Fedora says she's blocked. Okay. All right, damn it. Now, listen. So I took those tickets and I felt like, well, I don't think it makes sense to throw them in the trash when someone could use them. You know, they were gently used tickets, gently used because you know what I'm saying they it was a regifting, if you will. So I took said tickets and my friend who was our friend, she brought a friend, and then one of my coworkers, we felt like we would recycle these tickets and just keep it for ourselves. You know, it kind of like, you know, I've worked at a couple of nonprofits. They have thrift stores, you know, and people often donate items, and sometimes those items are brand new. They still have the tags on them and things, and people come in and they find treasures. You know, they do. They find treasures. I happen to luck upon a treasure right there in the hotel mailbox for Snoop, and I felt the need to help out before my shift ended so that I could clean out his mailbox because I'm all about customer service. All right. Now, and I'm telling you this because surely the statute of limitations is up. Okay. So it's safe. Okay. Now, listen, I stole the tickets. That's the bottom line. I stole the tickets. I said it. I said it. And it set me on a path to criminal life. Huh? Okay, maybe not. But I cleaned up the mailbox and I used the gently used tickets. And we went to the Magic Johnson party. Now, while we were there, okay? While we were there, um everybody was there. Okay. When I tell you everybody was there, I mean everybody was at this motherfucking party. Everybody. Okay. That and there, the this is the Magic Johnson story. It's no story really. But this literally was right after, like within a year or so after he announced that he had HIV. And he had on, I'll never forget, he had on like a yellow, like a banana canary color yellow suit. And he's ginormous. But he was so sweet and so nice. And I was just kind of like standing over to the side and just kind of like watching, like looking at the room. And he walked over to me. It's his party. And he walked over to me. He wasn't flirting at all. So I want to be clear. He's just a real nice guy. and he said, "Hey, come on over here and dance with me." And I was like, "Okay." And I danced to like two or three. Child, I was tired, but I was dancing with Magic Johnson. It was so nice. And then other stars were coming over, other ball players were coming to speak to him. He was still very nice and courteous. And then when we finished, I said, "Thank you so much." I said, "I want you to know, we have prayed for you." Because my family, we were big supporters of him anyway. And I said, "We pray for you, and I'm just so happy to have had the chance to meet you, and your party is great," or whatever. And then he just said, "Oh, sis, give me a hug." And we hugged. He was so sweet. And that was it. Okay. Now, so that's the Magic Johnson story. Now, keep it going. I'm sitting over to the side. I'm minding my own mother sucking business. Okay. And Evander Holyfield comes in. Okay. I don't know where Cookie was. Cookie wasn't there though. She wasn't at that party. That I do know. And I'm not saying that because like he was doing something. He wasn't doing nothing. Like, I mean, he was really nice. We didn't have he asked me my name like when we were but it's loud and stuff. He asked me my name. He asked me, I don't know what else. He asked me a couple of questions, like where you from? I think he asked me where I'm from, what was my name, and if I liked the party. And I said, "Yes, it's great." And then he said, "Okay." And so when I, said goodbye and I was like, "I'm praying for you and your family, blah, blah, blah." And he said, "Oh, thanks, sis." He said, he was just like, enjoy the party. Right. And I was like, "Oh, yay." Okay. So anyway, so Evander Holyfield, no, he still had his whole ear at this time. Okay. He had a full blown ear. All right. Because he didn't get that ear bitten off till what, like 97, I think it was. Wait. Yes, y'all. Y'all so worried about that man's ear. Mm-mm-mm. He had a whole ear then. Okay. Now listen. Look, no, it was no freak offs at the Hard Rock Cafe. It was safe. TLC was there. I'll never forget that. Now, that was the first time I saw T. No, I take that back. I had seen T-Boz multiple times. We used to shop at Lennox. Seemed like I've seen her at least 2 to 3 times at Lennox. I know. I take that back. 2 times like at Lennox, once at like 5 points. No, 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 not 5 points. The underground. Anyway, I used to see her, and she looked to be not quite as tall as me. I'm 5'9". She wasn't quite as tall as me. So she's probably like 5'7" or whatever. But when I saw Lisa and Chili, they so teeny tiny, itsy bitsy. They was little bitties. Okay. Anyway, they were there. So, nevertheless, Evander comes in and he's staring at me hard. Like it was uncomfortable. I'm not trying to be funny. It was uncomfortable. It was. I can't even lie. Mm-mm. He was with like at least like 2 or 3 people, like a bodyguard. I would say he had 2 bodyguards and I'm guessing this other guy was like an assistant or something, whatever. And thank you, T Rain. Thank you for gifting the memberships. Aw, let's see. Uh-oh, where'd it go? There it goes. Oh, Destiny to be. S. Denise, Muffin 218, Sheila M, and Southside Chi-Town have all been gifted memberships. Yay! Yes, my ears are intact. He didn't chew on any ears. Who said that? I'm sitting here looking at the thing. Who even said that? Was it Dimples Wimples or was it damn Chick-fil-A gal? Who knows? Who the fuck knows? Anywho, thank you, T Rain. I love you. Thank you. Oh, T Rain, you did another one. Lisa W, you are a new member. Welcome all the new members. 50 Creole. What was gently used tickets? Okay. I don't mind gently used. I don't mind it at all. Okay. So now listen. So Evander's staring at me. He's not even like right by me or anything either. It's weird because it's literally, how the movies. The only thing is this wasn't romantic, but you know how in the movies, and there's like two people in a club, and that one looks at the other, and the other catches the eye of the one, and then they one it's like slow motion, and it's like nobody, you don't see anything but he saw me, I saw him, and I felt weirded out. Okay, immediately I did. I ain't trying to be funny. Okay, so hold on. So I ignore. Okay, and this man comes over to me eventually, and he says, T Rain, did you just do it again? A sister from New Jersey. You just got a membership. T Rain, thank you so much. Y'all so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, she is, Shell. She's showing out. Ain't she? Uh-oh. I thought I had it highlighted. She is showing her arse. Ain't she? My goodness grief. Thank you. Thank you to everybody. Okay. A mess. Y'all just a mess. Between T Rain and only me 23 and Shay B. Hallelujah. Okay, thank y'all gifting them members some memberships. Thank you so much. So anywho, Evander's looking at me across the room. Now, mind you, let's not get it twisted. For 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, I thought about it. I thought about, well, that house that he just built down the street on Fold National there. Yeah, it's too big for one person. Like, surely, maybe I could overlook some things, maybe, and maybe we could, talk or something. But this man comes over and he says, hey, my friend would really like to speak to you. And I said, excuse me? And he said, my friend would like to talk to you. I said, where's your friend? And he said, he's across the room. My friend is the heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Holyfield. And I said, then he can come over here if he wants to speak to me. He said, well, it's a lot of people here. And I said, well, first of all, the fact that he sent you over here is the first problem I have. But if he wants to speak to me, he can come over here. So, oh my God, T Rain. Girl. T Rain. Gosh. Thank you, Mama. Let's see. Seeking Peace. Nosy 146. Teresa Paysinger Montoya. And You Show Right. And Country California Girl have all been gifted memberships from T Rain. Thank you, T Rain. T Rain is showing her arse. Okay. She is really showing her arse. All right. So I think that rubbed him the wrong way at first. And then he did make his way over to speak to me. And he spoke. And I don't know if you've ever heard him speak. I don't. He had both of his ears at the time fully intact, yes. But his speech, have you heard him speak? I mean, we had a conversation about, you know me. I can't do dumb. I can't I can't do dumb. Um but I thought about it for a second cuz I said, dumb has made a lot of money and maybe dumb needs help. You know what I mean? Like for 2 seconds you think about it. What y'all wouldn't have thought about it for 2 seconds? Like 2 seconds. 2 seconds, okay? And I did. I thought about it. And then he spoke, and then I was like, poof, it took me back to that moment in high school with that other jock. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, I wasn't feeling it. I honestly don't remember much about our interaction other than the fact that he asked me out and I said no. And he said to me, I'll never forget it. Do you know who I am? And I said, I do. I do know who you are. See, because I think here's the thing, another backstory. I told you that my mother is an ex-professional wrestler or was an ex-professional wrestler. Hated wrestling. She did. She hated it. But she loved boxing and she trained boxers, young men to box. And so I grew up in a house where my parents loved boxing. Okay, they loved it. They loved boxing. They loved spades, and we liked to party. Okay, they loved to party. All right. So yes, I know who you are. Yes, you're Evander Holyfield, the heavyweight champion of the world. So, but I'm still not going out with you. And I didn't. So, fast forward the very next day, no lie. Evander is from Atlanta. Okay. That's where the other part of the story about Diddy comes in, where I said what they have in common. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. All right. So the next day, he lives in Atlanta. I'm back at work. And I don't know why, but he was in that hotel. He might have had a room. He could have gotten a room, even though and that was the thing about a lot of celebrities too. If they lived in the area or depending upon what was going on in the city, they might still get a room in the city because they want to be in the city. And everything is so spread out in Atlanta, right? And then you got your traffic. It's worse now, right? But at the end of the day, they would sometimes get rooms. So I don't know if he got a room in the hotel or if he just was coming to visit somebody. I don't know. But the very next day, he's coming into the lobby coming from like the where the front I'm sorry, where the elevators are. So he's coming, he has to pass us to get out the front door. And I'm working the front desk. And now mind you, I told this part of the story to y'all. What again, this hotel, when I tell you it was the hot spot, I'm gonna tell you what else inspired me so much about working there. When I tell you again, I've never ever been a vain person, and I promise to God I am not, and never have been at all. But this is what I will say. In hindsight, wasn't a bad looking chick, okay? And everybody that worked on that front desk of that hotel were all, and mind you, there was like 20, there were like this was the longest front desk I had ever seen in my life at the time. Like 25, like windows, if you would, not windows, but uh uh computer stations. 25 of us could all be there at one time. And when I tell you all of those people on that line were black, were young. I mean between the ages of 20 and 30. All black, mostly educated, and all of them good looking. Good looking. Okay. That we had an image, and we would stand when those big conferences came in. This was a one city, and this was a time, this is the 90s. When the celebrities came, they took pictures of us. No lie, I'm not trying to be funny. They took pictures of us. They would come over, they wouldn't even need nothing at the front desk, but because they would see us lined up like that, all of the black stars that would come, they would stop, take pictures of us. They're like, this is the shit. Like, you ain't gonna go nowhere in the country at this time and see that many professional. We were doing our thing. Okay, we were doing our thing, making $7.50 an hour. Okay, but we did that shit. Okay, okay, we look good doing it. Now, damn it, listen, stay on track. Okay. So the next day, I see Evander. He's coming out and he sees me. And I saw him. And you know how you see people out of like in a different space than where you saw them before? And of course, I'm gonna know Evander Holyfield anytime I see Evander Holyfield, right? But the fact that he recognized me, because I'm dressed different at this point. Anyway, he looked over at me. He was coming down the thing. He looked over at me, and when I tell you, the desk is full. We are just standing there. It's not busy, but we're there. And even a couple of supervisors are out there at the desk. Evander sees me and walks over to the front desk, and he said, do you know what this lady did to me? He goes over, he said, where's the manager? This is what he did. He was like, who is the manager or supervisor? I knew he was playing. He wasn't, you know, he was lightweight playing. That's what I think. He's like, who's the super? I was like, and my supervisor was standing right there. He was like, I'm the supervisor or whatever. He said, let me tell you what she did to me last night. I was like, what I did to you last night? He said, this woman turned me down. He said, nobody turns me down. Do you do you know who I am? He said, the supervisor, yeah, that's the heavyweight champion of the world. You didn't, why did I'm like, nigga, I don't give a shit. This nigga can barely put a sentence together. And you think I'm gonna go with him? I'm not interested. Plus, he had 100 kids. That wasn't cute. I got one. I don't need, no, you come with a lot. You come with a lot, sir. You come with a lot. All right. And it's more than what I can handle. So he says, can y'all believe this woman turned me down? He made a whole scene or whatever. It was so funny. Okay, right? Okay. Ha 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 ha. So cute, funny. All right. Okay. So now that's part one. That's my story. Oh no, I'm not done yet. I take that back. That's not the story. That's not the big T though. We'll get there in a second. So that's part of my story. After that, and I still never went out with him. After that, I would see him all the time, like in different places. And it became like a running joke after a while. Like it was just funny. He was like, and you still won't give me your phone number. Now, and at this point, I'm seeing him in articles and stuff. He's dating this one, or because he was a hoe. He was a straight up and down hoe, having all these kids and shit, and wasn't married to nobody. It was just a mess, right? And by the way, that house that he built, the one that Rick Ross is in, he literally built that house on the land that he owned because his old house was still on that land. His old house was a mansion. It just wasn't as massive of a mansion as that one. You know what I'm saying? The one that Rick Ross is in right now that shit is crazy. And let me tell you something else about that house. Now, I may not have liked him. I mean, liked him like that, and never wanted to go out with him or nothing. But I have gotten some free meals out of him. I'll tell you that in a minute. And then it's so crazy. But I did like driving by his house during Christmas. Y'all, I ain't never seen no lights like that at Christmas. Boy, oh boy, that's why he went bankrupt. I believe Christmas is what sent him into bankruptcy. Because when I tell you the number of lights that were on that house and that property, it was amaze balls. Okay. It was freaking amaze balls. All right. Yes, Danielle, he went bankrupt, child. Yes, God. Okay. And married the doctor, which that weirded me out too, because I was like, and I've seen him with her and all that stuff. And I was like, that's interesting. I would never have done, okay. I didn't understand that whole connection. But anyway, they weren't together very long. She was there when he built that house and all that stuff. Anyway, so he had two houses, whatever. We're going to get into that too. And as years went on, one thing you could do, I moved on the south side, not south side, but I moved over in like the Riverdale, like College Park. It was like right there at the College Park Riverdale line, because when the Olympics was coming, I had to move from downtown because I lived downtown. And it was just too damn expensive. And I told you I made $7.50 an hour. Nigga, I had to go. I can't stay downtown. Not no more. Because the Olympics is coming and these folks have lost their fucking minds. And they have doubled everything. And I didn't double my salary just yet. So I had to figure some shit out and I had to move. Okay. So I went to the south, of the city. All right. And when I moved out that way, I was closer to where he built that house, and I got a job that was not too far from my home. And my boss at the time he would buy lunch for the whole staff. Okay. But he loved Piccadilly's. And one thing, if you were from Atlanta back in the day and you ever frequented over there, the old national area, you could always find Evander Holyfield at Piccadilly. When I tell you, I think he ate at Piccadilly every day, like 2 to 3 days a week. At a minimum, he was always at that damn Piccadilly right there on Old National. And as I mentioned before, if he was in there, he paid for your shit. And thank you, sir. Goodbye. Okay, I'll see you next time. All right. So that concludes my portion of the Evander talk. I just thought that was a cute little story I could share with you. It only took me an hour and 14 minutes to do it. Okay. Yes. PW Piccadilly's. You know who I loved the most was Morrison's. Is Morrison's Cafe still open? I love me some Morrison's Cafe, child, back in the day. All right. And then I did get into Piccadilly. I did. I got into it. Yes. Piccadilly was good. It was. And you could always find his ass up in Piccadilly over there off in the Old National. All right. And so it became a running joke. It's like, now we know each other. Hey, whatever. Ha, 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 whatever. Okay. Now this was the tricky part of the story. All right. Now, told you I worked at the hotel. And I'm not going to say any names. But I've thought about this person a lot because of all of this Diddy shit. So I worked at the hotel and I worked at the front desk. And on the front desk was a girl I became really, really cool with. Now, it just so happens, though, that she was not working the night. Because had she been working the night that, them tickets mysteriously went missing, I don't know what happened to him, but whatever, that night, if she had been working, anyway, if she had been working, she would have come with me to the party. I'll just put it that way. She would have been my plus one to go to the party with me, because we would, we were kind of like road dogs, me and her, and then another girl and I, we were in the street, kicked it, in the streets, whatever. So if she had been working, she would have been at that party with me. Okay. Now, but she wasn't. So the next day or so, we're at work And I'm telling her about, Magic's party. We talking like people at the desk because now they don't know I sold the ticket. I'm sorry. I repurposed the tickets. Okay. They didn't know I had repurposed them because they were gently used. And they were gifted. So I re-gifted them to me so they wouldn't go to waste. And so nevertheless, she would have gone. So I'm telling people about, the party, who was there, and dance with Magic, and then this, that, and the other. Oh, now this is after, the next day, Evander comes down and he says all this shit. Can y'all believe she turned me down? I mean, he's yelling. It's a big deal. And he said, "You still ain't gonna give me your phone number?" Like right there. I said, "No." He didn't know how to handle that shit. Okay. But anyway. All right. So I'm telling her though, a couple days later about it. And she's like, "Oh," and I told her about Evander and how he showed out. And then they were kind of like talking about it again, like, "Yeah, he came over here and he was like tripping and whatever, you know. And she said, "Oh," and she's like, "Yeah," she's like, "I grew up." Um, she grew up with him, kind of. Now, when I say grew up, that's probably not the best way. They went to church together. They grew up in the same church. Okay, small church. So I can't. I got to be very careful. But a small church, so they knew each other very well. You know what I mean? And he's older because I'm trying to think, how old is he? Because I think she's like a year or two younger than me. Because she's also very connected to another huge A-list star. Um. Anyway, hold on. Let me see. But I don't know, how old is Evander. Can someone tell me? He's older than me, and she was like a year or 2 years younger than me. And she had a crush on him. Okay, growing up, and he would flirt with her. All right, and here he is. He's the when he in the he was then he win in the Olympics. He won the gold medal, I believe, in the Olympics because he beat Mike, or didn't they didn't get the fight, or yeah, he beat Mike at the Olympics or something, didn't he? He's 62. So if he's 62 and I'm 54, oh yeah, so he's like 10 years older than her. Okay, thank y'all. So he's like 10 years older than her, because if he's 8 years older than me, yeah, he 8 years older than me, and she's 2 years younger than me, I believe. So yeah, so he's older. And but like, when we if by the time we were, in our 20s, that wouldn't have been a big deal. But because she was like in high school and shit, and he's looking at her and shit. And you know what? It wasn't until this moment that part just hit me. I didn't think about that part. I don't think anything. In fact, I'm certain nothing transpired with them while she was underage. But it sounds like there was a lot of this back and forth. You know what I mean? It was a lot of flirting and whatnot that went on for some time before finally, at some point, she agreed to go out with him. But wait a minute. Anyway, she had a crush on him. He had been trying to say, when you gonna come over, when you gonna let me take you out, when you gonna this, when you gonna that kind of thing, right? And so finally they meet up, they do something. I don't know if they went out in public. I don't know what transpired at the beginning of the night, but I know they ended up back at his home. Okay. So he's, hold on. They end up back at his home. Now, once she tells me, so before I finish that part of the story, she, I tell her what happened with, him meeting me and then him coming to the hotel and then everybody's talking about it. So finally, because sometimes she would give me a ride home, like drop me off before, because she lived, I want to say she lived in Decatur and I lived downtown. So she could just drop me off on the way getting on the airport. I mean, getting on the freeway. So we're in the car and she tells me, this story. What, right before she's like about to drop me off. And she told me that they ended up at his house. Now, again, I don't remember what happened before that. For all I know, she could have just agreed to come to the house. And here's the other thing. Everybody knew where Evander lived. Like if you were like a celebrity in Atlanta, everybody knew where everybody lived. Evander lived directly across the street from Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri lived on Old National. Evander lived on Old National. Evander owned a bunch of land next to his land where he had his damn mansion, and he built a quadruple the size of his old mansion, new mansion on the same damn land. And then his mom moved into his old mansion, and he and his new wife moved into the big mansion, only now for Rick Ross to be living in that mansion. Okay. But Jermaine Dupri lived right across the street. So everybody knew. Sometimes, you're going to drive by, whatever, whatever. Oh, that's Evander's house. Okay. So, anywho, she knew where he lived, and he had been saying, I think she had said something to see. When Leo Lady said, "Yep, sure did." Didn't Jermaine Dupri live across the street? Yes. His ex-wife lives in the old mansion now. Nuh-uh. Seeking peace. You mean Evander ain't got the old house either? He ain't got neither one of the houses? How the wife get the old house, child? What? Anyway, so she goes over to the house and he, takes her into like, it's like a family room, whatever. And he has the fireplace going, and there's these, she's like, it's like all this ambiance. She's like, it's like a real shaggy rug, it's a fireplace, there's mirrors all over the wall and shit. And she said that he, I guess, invited her over to watch movies or what, I don't, you know the shit they would say to get you over to the house, and you get over there and you know why you going, and he know why you going, and he's saying this is why he wants you to come over, and that ain't why you going over there, but you gonna go over there because you want to be there anyway, because you don't mind what happens when you get there. It was one of them situations. Okay. All right. So she goes over there, and mind you, like his mama, her mama, everybody know each other. Okay. And I think that was the other thing. It was like they were trying to, be hush hush, and they would sneak flirt and shit. Plus, he's 10 years older than her. I'm just realizing that. Anywho. So he's like, they in the family room, they start making out and things and stuff. And then, he's like, you want something to drink? And she's like, want something this, you want that, or whatever. And he left the room or whatever. Now, let me just say this. At no time whatsoever was she drugged. Okay. They don't have that in common. So if you thought that that's where I was going with this, want something to drink, that's not where I'm going at all. I've never heard anything about Evander drugging anybody. Okay. That I don't know nothing about that. Okay. So that's not where I'm going with this. But listen. Okay. So, she coming out of clothes and stuff, and And then he leaves, he comes back, and she's trying to situate. You know how when you be trying to make sure your hair is falling right, and you holding the sheet or the blanket right, and you know what I'm saying, and he done left the room, and he got these mirrors, so she looking in the mirror, getting herself together and stuff, and then he comes in there and she's laid out looking away and what have you, and then they smash. Okay. They do the nasty. Okay. So few years pass, about 3 or 4 years pass, and her cousin, who was a male, who also went to the same church, who also knew him and was more, you know, closely associated with him because he's a dude. So he can hang, he can hang with, he's a dude. I think he was older than her, older cousin maybe, you know. Anywho, they or was it her cousin? It was a cousin or a friend, but it was a male. Okay. And it's about 3 4 years later, and he's over at Evander's house, and he's up. The cousin is over there. It's a group of dudes, and he starts playing sex tapes. Oh, it was his cousin. It was her cousin. It was her cousin. So Evander is playing sex tapes of himself having sex with women who had no idea they were being recorded. And here he is playing it back. I guess he doesn't remember or recognize or even think about the fact that her cousin is in the room and that is being played to everybody. And I don't know how many people are there. I don't know how many people are present, but it's all dudes or whatever, and they're watching it. And he sees it. He's sick to his damn stomach. I don't know what transpired. I doubt very serious. Now, here's the thing. I said maybe Evander didn't know, because this is what I'll say. I think the man wasn't too bright, but he didn't seem like a malicious, nasty dude. He seemed like a nice guy. I mean, I understand he went bankrupt because he spent crazily, but like I said, if you was in Piccadilly, baby, and he was in Piccadilly, he done pay for your food. If you know what I'm saying, he was that kind of dude. So he just throw money here and there. Um, I say all that to say he seemed like a nice guy. I don't think he was being malicious when he was doing it. But then a part of me says, well, he is the heavyweight champion of the world. And what was her? I mean, he's probably not gonna be scared that some nigga that says you better not do whatever. I mean, he might respect it, but I don't know if I don't know how that would have happened. I don't know how that would have ended. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the cousin gonna do? I don't know. I don't know. But all I do know is that years later, after he saw that damn video, he called her and told her about it. And she was fucking devastated. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Now, these are fucking big ass VHS tapes, nigga. Can you imagine? He had tons of them. Those mirrors on the wall, the mirrors, there were cameras behind the mirror. Okay. And the boy, the reason why I mentioned the fact that she was laid out and she was trying to get herself together and she was looking and stuff at herself, she said, like, the cousin described all the things she was doing. And And I just got embarrassed about that part too, about, how you be trying to situate yourself and, make sure when he comes back, I'ma be, you know what I mean? And she was doing all of that. And then here he is, and didn't even have enough respect. Like, she went over there willingly, to do whatever. She was down with whatever, at the time, for whatever. That's her business. She can do that. But for you to videotape it, and then, I mean, you knew this girl since she was a young girl, and you know her family, and you got her cousin up in here. And I'm guessing he was just too absent-minded to realize, because there was probably several videos. It's not even probably. This was a thing. He would invite people over to watch him have sex on tape, and then show it, and show a woman's most vulnerable moments and shit. And I never forgot that. From that moment, told me that, I was done. I was done. But she still didn't hate him. I don't even remember if she ever even had a conversation with him about it later or what. But that shit is disgusting. So when all that shit happened to him, I ain't feel no way. Because and here's the thing. The reason why is I have been thinking about it for a minute when I was hearing how Diddy had tapes. And I thought about this, but I thought about it in passing. And then the other night when Native said something about, or somehow I think when I was over there with Native, I mentioned something about Holyfield or something. I was like, oh, I got a Holyfield story, right? I just thought about that. I got a Holyfield story. And so it tied into her in that situation. But it really speaks to the fact that, see, to me, this is not just a hip hop thing, because they do this shit, those hard rock people, they do that shit too. Them white boys that be on acid and shit, you know, do, they, they got groupies. They do all that shit too. They be drugging their people too. They do all that shit. Then for everybody at Diddy's parties, they wasn't black. Everybody wasn't black. So it was very diverse. So a lot of this shit happens not just in the music industry. It happens with athletes. It happens in Wall Street. I mean, it happens. And I think a lot of times it happens with these people who have money and access, and they just get bored after a while, I guess, with shit. And then they just got to take it up another notch. But the fact that you don't even respect the the fact that somebody has willingly said, I'm going to share the most intimate parts of me with you, and you need to videotape it, because what? You're the fucking heavyweight champion of the world. Why the fuck is it a big deal that you were fucking some bitches? And I'm not calling my friend a bitch. I'm just saying, why is that a thing? I mean, sir, you're the heavyweight champion of the world. You can have both of your eyes plucked out of your head and both of your legs cut off at the kneecaps. But because you were rich and famous, somebody would be with your ass. You see what I'm saying? So you didn't have to do all of that. You were already the heavyweight champion of the world. You were a decent looking man. You had plenty of money. You had access. I mean, all of that. He had a front row seat at World Changers. Oh, I know. He had a reserved seat. Why? Because he was Evander Holyfield, and somehow because of that, and because he helped pay to build the church, is what I understand too, that he had a reserved damn seat, like he was clergy or something. You know? So, anywho, I say all that to say it's a culture. I think it's a culture of these rich folks. I don't get it. I don't get it. So, anywho, what y'all saying in here? I'm sorry. Trying to go up because I haven't really been reading. Well, uh-oh. Yeah, I remember hearing the maintenance on his yard was more than 10K a month. I believe, do you remember that? Y'all, do y'all remember? I mean, if you lived over there or lived, in that area when he was in that house, y'all remember them Christmas damn lights? I loved going out there. I was like, let's go drive by Evander's house. It was like a kid. I felt like a kid. Oh, he has an RV, does he? Child, hey, I ain't mad. Wait, he has one now? Is that what you're saying? What's he doing for money now? I wonder. Um, Let me see. What else? What else y'all saying in here? What you talking about? Chick-fil-A gal said, I'll be a hoe that night because I'm gonna need money to sleep with that nose. Oh, talking about Evander's nose? Wait, who has the best chicken tender? What was I talking about? What was it? Something I said? Oh, Piccadilly's had the best chicken tenders. Oh, I didn't know that. I used to go there, honey. I love me some black eyed peas. I'm gonna get some fried okra if they got some. I'm gonna get some. What meat would I get there? I think I probably got chicken or whatever, but the most important thing to me was some black eyed peas. I love me some damn black eyed peas, baby. In fact, y'all gonna make me make some. Got some in there. Um, so he legit was a good host before turning into a Diddy. Okay. So that's what I was gonna say. I just wonder how many people got these damn tapes. They're saying tapes are getting shopped around. And for a part of me felt weird about hearing that because I'm like, are they real? I mean, when I say weird, I mean, it's like, really? Like, you're shopping a tape around thinking what the people aren't eventually going to find out about it. And if they do find out about it, then isn't the cat out the bag at that point? Like, I don't know. I felt like that's something in the movies, but evidently it's really being stuff is shot and people really have still shots from these videos. But just how R. Kelly, remember they said R. Kelly had all those tapes and he had a bunch of VHS tapes, which is what one of the victims, the one who she testified, I want to say, in both trials. And the first one, though, she was the one person that was saying that I think she had encounters with the same little girl. And that basically he had tapes of all of that stuff. R. Kelly had tapes. And remember how he had them signing them damn fake ass confession notes and stuff? It's like, and he's cool with Diddy. It's like, what's up with this? And they said that R. Kelly had those tapes and he would travel. Somebody would carry his tapes around. Do you know a VHS tape was about this thick and they bought this long and shit? That's a lot of how many bags did he have and how many tapes? And how long was he smashing? I'm just trying to understand. Hey, Sassy Experience. Telling moms to block themselves is the work of a true 90s girl. V is me. Somebody cue music. I'm a 90s girl, damn it. Baby, the 90s were everything. Don't be hating on Sonya because she be over here talking about the 90s. Okay. Okay. Damn it. What else? What else is down here? PW said he was too nice because he was a serious jerk and felon doing that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wasn't that disgusting? I was so mad. Like, what? That angered me, to even hear that. And it had happened years prior, but that she had never, been cool with that. Now I don't know how she feels now. I haven't talked to her. Actually, we did reconnect like within the last year or so, like on Facebook. But I haven't seen her literally in 25 years. But and she's married and doing her thing. But I By the time she told me that story, a few years had passed, and I was like, "Oh my god." That's what I'm saying. Cheryl Knight talking about homoerotic, a room full of excited men with no women. I never understood that. Well, and then I wonder, are they doing like, is that a time for a good old circle jerk? Like, is that when those come in handy? Because I never understood why a bunch of dudes would want to be sitting and watching some stuff like that together. Like, what is the good? What is why? And why are you showing everybody else what you doing? But R. Kelly kept all them tapes, and I may have seen some stuff. I mean, I might have seen it. And I heard that there are several videos of him being in his office, with these women in his office chair, and he's on, that's what I heard. Okay. But he would, that's what I heard. People would be knocking on the door, and he's busy. Okay. That's what I heard happens on there. But he's obviously keeping the videos. They're keeping these videos to show them to people. For what? Remember when Aaron Hall said that Diddy has seen him everybody has seen him do work? That's what they're doing at these parties. Actually, let me find that real quick. We should listen to him tell that shit right there. Oh shit, I think is that Vlad? That's not Vlad. Because if it's Vlad, I'm not playing it because I heard he don't play. Um, what was it? I want to say it was on a radio station. Hold on one second, y'all. If I can find it. Let me see. Oh, it is Vlad. Shit, I ain't playing that. Oh, it's only 2 minutes. Maybe here, maybe I'll play it from a second device. Damn, I wouldn't mind. I think it's only this 2 minute clip. Maybe I can play that one. Hold on. Vlad, I'm gonna give you your credit. I'm gonna put the video link, sir, in the thing. Okay. Okay. It's a 2 minute clip, sir. It's 2 minutes. Okay. I'm going to let me get my fair use banner. Okay. Vlad, this is 2 minutes, sir. Okay. And I this is just for research. Okay. All right. We thank you for your content. Okay. I know people don't like you. I know there's some don't like you, but I watch you. I do. Sir, I ain't got no beat. Okay. Look, it's 2 minutes, sir. I'm not even playing the whole thing. Okay. But under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made, is made for fair use. Glad it is. For the purposes of criticism and comment and news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. But, sir, I don't mean no harm. Okay. Maybe I won't do that. Let me maybe I won't. He scare me. Don't scare me, Vlad. I tell y'all what, y'all just go over there for yourself. All right. Actually, let me see if I can get the transcript. Is the transcript here? I'm scared. Vlad got me scared. Let me not do it. Okay. But the bottom line is he said that he named off all these stars that said that they had seen him, or not that they said it, but he claims all these stars had seen him having sex and they know how he gets down. And that was the weirdest shit to say. You know what I mean? It was the weirdest shit to hear. But yeah, and so here's the thing, and I'm not even saying it's a cultural thing it's not a black thing. It's not a just a straight up white thing. It's not a music industry thing. It's not a movie industry thing. It's not even a sports industry thing. It's a thing, and that's the problem. It's a problem that there is a graping culture, and women tend to be the biggest victims to this type of behavior. Obviously, men are victims too. Even the men who are coerced into participating, either for whatever reason that they're coerced or however it's done. The bottom line is women are the ones who pay the biggest price for this type of behavior. And it's not going to change until people understand this is unacceptable. Because obviously we can say it's not acceptable when in fact people are accepting it. And the people who are supposed to be the folks that, many look up to, many respect, we're seeing them do like this philanthropic work over here and all this, but now we're learning of all the devilish happening behind the scenes. It's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot, damn it. I'm trying to find out what is this new story too about I'm not saying it's a new story, but I've just heard something recently and I only caught the tail end. I need to find it, but something about Devontae Swing and Diddy. He and Diddy had an issue. I was wondering if Devontae Swing wasn't for a minute there. I was like, who was he dating? Who was he dating back around that time? Because like this Thalia person, I want to know who the producer is. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say producer because I don't know if this person is a producer. Whoever this person is that Thalia, the victim that's with Gloria Allred, her ex-boyfriend worked for Diddy, and supposedly this ex-boyfriend is who alerted her that this video even existed. So I'm curious as to find out who is this guy. Who is he? Because now, remember the boyfriend changed his mind. I want to know who is he then? Who is he? Who is he that's changing the story that Diddy has gotten to? Who is he? Since y'all want to name the names, Diddy, name that one. Who on earth is this dude? Devontae was a cutie pie Texas toy. I used to have a crush on Devontae. They about to ruin my entire childhood with these revelations. Your childhood and my heyday. Oh, I was so great then. I was outstanding. I just didn't know it. Okay, isn't that funny? No, I'm not trying to be funny though. Do you look at yourself now in the past and think all the things you were so self-conscious about or unsure about? You're like, girl, you ain't seen nothing yet, girl. enjoy your youth, sis. You're fine. You're smart. You're good enough. You're talented. You can take care of yourself. You can do it, sis. Go on and go to that school you want to go to, sis. Yes, go study what you want to, ma'am. Yes, do it. Do it. Your mother will figure it out. Yes, and she'll respect you in the end. She will. I see. I should have. I wish I knew me then. If I had known me then, baby, I'd have told me a thing or two. If I knew me then, baby, a whole lot of shit would be different today. Okay. All right. Now here's the thing. I believe in the butterfly effect. So if shift, one thing change in your past, that could, from down to the moment, down to the timing. If anything was to have happened at a different beat, different space and time, where you find yourself today, you wouldn't be at, because it had to happen the way it happened. You had to be caught at this light on this day at this time. They had to delay your Uber on this day at this time, because why? I don't know. Maybe you're avoiding an accident. Who know? I don't know. Maybe you won't meet your husband. Maybe you won't meet your new best friend. Maybe you won't get pregnant. You don't know what might not happen. Okay? You don't know. Child, so I can't be too sad about it, because I've had a very interesting, I've lived an interesting life. At the time, I didn't know that it was interesting. I'm gonna be honest. At every space and time, I was never content. Not never. Not never in my entire life have I been content with my life. Not never, ever, ever, never. I haven't. I haven't. Not never, ever, 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 ever have I lived in the moment until now. I never had. I never had done it. I never had did it. Ever, never, never. I didn't. So I gotta be grateful for the experiences that I did have, because they brought other great experiences along with it. It brought some heartache too, but it brought some gifts, some real gifts. You know what I mean? Okay, let me see. What y'all doing down here? Child, let's see. Hey, Sassy Experience. Child, my whole playlist is all 90s and now trash. I hear you, Sassy Experience. Baby, I love them 90s was something else. They was something else. I didn't know how something else they were at the time. I was just living, trying to see where I was gonna be next. What's next? Who's next? What's next? Huh? I don't want to be where I'm at. I don't want to work here. I don't want to make this. I don't want to live here. I don't want to drive that. I don't want to wear this. I don't want to. Everything in this moment is never enough. Always looking at the next thing, and didn't realize the gift that was in the moment. Baby, I remember hearing them sermons and they didn't mean shit to me then, but they mean something now. Think they don't when they do? They do. They do. They damn sure do. Okay? Yes, who's next, black lady? Yes. Fuck this nigga. Who's next? Okay. Who is next? Damn it. Dimples, you didn't talk. What PW up here saying? PW's ass. What is PW up here saying? V, what'd you say? V, you came this close to being on a sex tape. And okay, now PW though. I'm not trying to be funny. I am not trying to be funny. I wasn't trying to be funny when I said that shit a week or 2 weeks ago. I wasn't trying to be funny when I said that shit last week. And PW, honest to God, I thought about that shit today too. I did, because when I was thinking about, I thought about it when she said it to me. When she told me, I'm like, I just knew in my spirit, I just didn't like his approach, and he just seemed dumb and shit. And then the arrogance. I felt like the next day, that was just so fucking arrogant. Did she know? Did she not know? I ain't never had no woman. was, I mean, he was in his feelings. I'm not trying to be funny. He was in his feelings. And he would have really been in his feelings if he saw who I did go out with. Woo, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Mm, 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 mm. Now that's that. Now who I did go out with that weekend? I missed that boat. I missed that boat. That would have been a good boat. Shut up, can't be seen. Oh shit. No. No, not Mike Tyson. I love me some Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson has a special place in my heart. I have always loved Mike Tyson and love Bobby Brown. I always felt that y'all judge them wrong. Y'all don't see their heart. I feel like I know they be on some fuck shit, but I really care for those brothers. Okay, I really did. I would love me some Bobby Brown. I felt like he's just troubled and he just needed some guidance. That's what I thought, and I felt like I could be like a big sister. Well, I don't know how old is Bobby. I think we're the same age, but anyway, I felt like he could be like my brother. You know what I mean? Like I would keep him together. You know what I'm saying? And Mike Tyson, I always felt like I wanted to cry for him. I always wanted because I know his story and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I love Mike Tyson. I just feel bad for Mike Tyson, and I'm just happy that where he is in life right now. Yes, Mike Tyson. So no, not Mike Tyson. Not Mike Tyson. Damn it. Okay. Oh God. Was it? I don't know. You think it was? Anyway, no. I don't know. Well, I don't know. You might be right about that because I always say, like, even I told y'all that my son has only known me to be with three people. That's what he knows to me. You know what I'm saying? He's only been exposed to me with three people. You know, his dad, my ex-husband, and a guy I dated after my ex-husband that was with for 4 years. Since we both been grown, he ain't met nobody I've been out on a date with because it's just not worth it to me for them to meet him yet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I didn't because I'm just glad I didn't. It's not necessary. Um, but I chose men, those three men, they may not have been right for me in the moment, especially in the time frame that we all were there, whether whatever age we were at, we did the best we knew to do in those moments, right? And while they didn't work out for me, they all three were very good for my kid. So, you know what I'm saying? Like my son has two dads and and my ex-boyfriend is still a friend. So you're right with that. I guess I could have picked better, but I couldn't have picked any better for my kids. So I'm really pleased about that. Um, and then have y'all seen Mike Tyson's one man show? Oh my God. When I tell you that show is brilliant, I've seen it multiple times. I have cried through it. It'll make you laugh your ass off. It will also make you cry, like tears of sadness. Mike Tyson, I just love him. I just love him. Um, What you say? Chick-fil-A gal said, right, V. My girls think I'm the Virgin of Mary in their eyes. That's right, damn it. That's right. I'm a virgin to my son, and he's a virgin to me, damn it. Okay. He is a virgin, damn it. And I don't want to hear anything else about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to know anything else. It is on a need to know basis, damn it. And I don't need to know until I need to know. Okay. Who is this hoe? Otherwise, I don't need to know. All right. If I don't need to know a hoe, then you can go. I don't need to know every hoe. Okay. Shit. What you think this is? Oh God. All the dudes I dated and met after I moved there were never from, honey, I only had one friend or one person I knew. No, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Two people out of all the people I hung with and met and knew, nobody was from Atlanta, but two people. And the whole time I was there 6 years, and that was back and forth for a while. But yeah, honey, nobody was from them. And I was like, what the hell? It's crazy. So, anywho, but that was my story time, y'all. So, the thing that Diddy and Evander Holyfield have in common, allegedly, okay, I'm going to say allegedly, I feel to my bone, to my core, that she told me the actual truth, Ruth. Okay. I know about what the inside of that house looks like. Okay, for me to have never been in it. I know where it is, and I'm talking about the old mansion. It's a brick up mansion. I don't know if it's still there, but it's brick, and it's almost like with a black roof, I want to say. Um it is a nice size home. I mean, it's a big ass home. I but I know what the layout of that damn family room was, because I'm a visual person, and she was very, very detailed in what transpired. Okay. So allegedly, though, so I will say for legal purposes, allegedly, he had tapes. And why would she say that? In fact, why would she say that? Because that was a time when nobody was talking about it. We didn't even know anything about R. Kelly's tapes, because R. Kelly didn't. We weren't looking at him at that point. They didn't start going at R. Kelly like that until the early 2000s. In the 90s, I remember working on the desk at that hotel when my friend Rhea, another coworker of mine who was from Ohio, ironically, um, she and I were working one morning, and we would get the newspaper. We would all get the newspaper and sit at the front desk and read it, especially if it was slow. And we saw where R. Kelly had married Aaliyah. I remember that distinctly, but I didn't know nothing about no damn tapes or anything like that. But then when this trial happened, comes out that R. Kelly had tapes. That was the first time I heard some shit like that outside of this girl telling me that Evander had fucking cameras in that damn family room area with a fireplace, a shaggy rug. I'm telling you, I know I look now. Either she was lying to me, which I doubt it very seriously. She told me this damn story in 1994, and I never fucking forgot it. Okay, and she ain't forgot it either. She ain't forgot it either. So, anywho, all right, y'all. That's all I had. That's all I had. There are a couple of reactions I want to do. We can come out here tomorrow and do them. Some of it's still related to this Diddy shit. And then we got to get on our Nesto. I definitely got to check in with Nesto. Okay. Ew. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. Thank you to everybody who's just been blessing the channel on tonight. Thank you, everybody who gifted memberships, who super chatted, those who've been members forever. Those of you that were just here giving a click in the view and make me laugh too. Okay. I love y'all to pieces. I hope you have a great rest of your evening and know that I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. All right. And I promise I'll never videotape you. Okay. Bye. Switches.